Jesus speaks about healing and victory. Study my messages to understand the dynamics. August 29th, 2016. Words from Jesus through Sister Clare. Spoken by Jackie. Clare began, "Well, dear heart dwellers, the Lord is truly with us to instruct us and encourage. I began my time with Him tonight by saying, 'Oh, my precious Lord, how kind of you to visit me in this special way tonight. You know too well how I've been floundering these last few days, even weeks, and have missed your tender company so much. Not that you withheld anything, rather I've put so many other things before you.'" Jesus began, "Yes, you have indeed had a plate full of worldly cares, but now we have had at least a few moments, time apart. And indeed I need to continue to instruct those who love to dwell in my heart. First, I want you to share with them what's been on your heart all day. I want to explain a little bit the happenings with Ezekiel and what is to be expected after the very special healing, after the consent of His will regarding the work Jesus has for him. That particular night when things came to a head, Jesus called the question, "Will you or will you not carry this cross?" And Ezekiel repented of reluctance and sloth, and so did I. That very night he did indeed receive a major healing, body, soul, and spirit. And in essence, the Lord told him to rise, get up, and walk. And so he did, straight to his guitar, where a new song came forth, even as it is written, "Sing a new song to the Lord, play sweetly with a shout of joy." Psalm 33:3. And now we are both walking in victory. Victory over our self-will, self-pity, and sloth. And no one can take that victory from us if we maintain it. Nonetheless, when he received that touch from the Lord, it came on the heels of an attack from two Satanists that visit our channel. The Lord allowed their death assignments to touch down, theirs and many others who have been after us for a very long time, and He used it as an occasion of breaking and bringing to the surface things that must be emptied from our vessels before they can be filled with the new wine. That was a victory over our flesh for us, and came with the blessing of deliverance from a serious body condition. But that does not guarantee that we will not be attacked again and again and again. And with each attack, we are learning more about the enemy's tactics, and we are sharing that new to us understanding with you. During the prayers for deliverance and healing, the Lord made it very clear to us that He was not going to allow Ezekiel to die from these attacks, but He would leave behind a small vestige of suffering to be used for a fast offering when critical situations come up. Dear ones, we may get a wonderful healing but then come under attack again. We have to fight to keep that healing. We are also finding out that sickness exists in three places: our body, our spirit, and our soul. So when the Lord heals us, He must put us back together again in order that the three layers are once more perfectly united, along with the healing of all three parts. This is something only the Lord can do. Jesus, do you have something more for us? I do. This calls for patient endurance and faith. When I heal you, you may manifest total or partial healing, depending on what is best for your soul. Remember, I prayed twice for the blind man to see. That's Mark 8:23-25. I did this deliberately to show you that continued prayer is necessary for some conditions. It is one thing for me to pray and a miracle manifests, and quite another for my creation to pray, whose faith is imperfect, and a miracle to manifest. Nonetheless, it can be done according to your faith, and this is where I'm leading all of you. A soul must be ready to be healed. The circumstance that allowed that cross to manifest must run its course, and when it does, the sickness too can be healed. Then the soul must walk in what I have done, even with repeated attacks against it both in body and mind. They must walk in faith. This is the point where most lose their healings. My children, indeed you must fight to keep your healing. You will continually be assaulted with lying symptoms. Even attacks against the vessel I used will be insinuated to undermine the healing. If you can just continue to keep your eyes on me, like the woman who touched my garment, continue to touch my garment and firmly refute every accusation that you were not healed. Then there are open doors that allow the sickness back in. There are many among you who have brought these sicknesses upon yourselves because of your critical attitude towards your brothers and sisters. Your healing will not last unless you are in an all-out war against your pride, which allows you to raise your head above others and look down upon them with judgments. This is the major door for sickness. Continual negative judgments against others. The healing needs to begin within you in order for an external healing to be totally effective. I do not want to discourage you, my very precious ones, but I must speak the truth to you, or you will be continually frustrated with your results. Judgment opens the door for demons. Demons bring sickness, and I cannot keep a door closed that you are continually opening. I will reveal to you what it is like to walk in victory, but then you must maintain it by holiness of your heart and mind. And what Clare has said about leaving a vestige behind or allowing a very small portion to manifest is absolutely true. But if it is my doing, it will go away after my ends are accomplished, unless you know that this illness is allowed because you have offered yourself to me without conditions, and we have agreed upon it, in which case symptoms will be more severe at certain times, but then they will decrease. There is nothing I've more compassion for than those who have chosen to suffer voluntarily, because they love others enough to carry that cross I've offered them. This is profoundly pleasing to me, and with such souls I commune and reveal secrets. This teaching is sorely neglected and misunderstood in modern Christianity, and due to that, you have monumental depression among those who are afflicted and not healed. Guilt weighs them down day after day as they cry out, "Why, Lord, have you not healed me? What have I done? What are my sins that deserve such punishment?" They live guilt-ridden lives, believing that they have no faith, that their devotion and belief in me is at fault, when I would have them know that they are intercessors with golden censers, whose fragrance reaches the Father's throne. In this way, they would live in peace and happiness, rather than living full of doubts, bitterness, and depression, feeling bankrupt with nothing to contribute in the church. Nothing could be further from the truth. Well, this subject of healing is deep and wide. I wish for you all to study these messages and understand the true dynamics behind healing and walking in it. I want you to understand how you will be assaulted with lies in vulnerable moments, lies that are deliberately tailored to derail your faith and cause you to fall into despair. If you're walking in good health, rejoice and use your body to serve me and not your own pleasures. If you are bedridden or wheelchair bound, rejoice. Your prayers ascend to heaven with every pain you suffer. Simply cry out to me, my beloved ones. Cry out, O God, heal her. O God, help him. O God, mercy. Yes, these are powerful prayers you can use any time you see suffering. Bring it to me, my suffering servants, and truly I will respond to your pleas. You may not see the healing or comfort I bring to those you pray for, but I promise you I will act in accordance with what is best for that soul. The rest of you who walk in good health, do not waste what you've been given. See to it that you devote yourselves to the building up of my kingdom and not the kingdoms of this world. Do what you can while you can, because you too may have some heavy crosses to carry. Right now in this world there is so much need for souls to offer themselves for others. So many are perishing even as we speak. None of you have an adequate concept of my mercy, and neither do you realize the power of your prayers and supplications. If you did, you would devote much more time to it. I've given each of you talents. I've led you and taught you, and many of you are walking in my will for your lives and really don't recognize that. How will you know? When you feel deeply satisfied with something you have just done. That will be an indicator. It is a piece of soul that cries out, truly, I have found my gift from God. Yet you may not acknowledge that. I'm giving you a clue here. Pay attention. When you feel that profound peace after doing something, you will know it was my will for you. If you feel jubilation over an accomplishment but unrest in your soul, you can be fairly sure what you were doing was not my calling in your life, but your own will. In those things the glory fades quickly, and a certain undefined emptiness takes its place within you. Whereas the things you did for me are like burning embers, emitting a warm glow as you look back on them, accompanied by a certain sense of satisfaction and peace. In heaven, they will be seen as brilliant diamonds adorning your crown. Press in, my most beloved body, press in. The rewards are both for now and forevermore.